Extra is the standard. The goal is always to exceed the expectation. And sometimes adding value means you have to do extra. What's poppin'? Neil Hobson, your time. Welcome to the One Goal Podcast. So pumped to be with you on episode 14. And it's all about Guac is Extra. Yeah, I'm at my vacation home right now, Chipotle, my unofficial official sponsor. And we're working on doing extra. That's right. And sometimes you may be thinking like, well, being extra is so extra. Yeah, it is. Okay, just before we even go to where we go, make sure you go to onegoalglobal.com, grab yourself some free merch, got wristbands, all kind of cool stuff there, shirts and whatnot. Follow me at NeelyTime and at One Goal Global on IG, TikTok, all of that. Just want to make sure we stay plugged and tapped in. But I'm talking to you about being extra. Just a quick thought I was thinking about, when you go through line at Chipotle, all right, and you get your brown rice, your black beans, you get your chicken, you get your mild and medium salsa, you get your cheese. They ask you, do you want guacamole? And you say, yeah, sure, I want guacamole. Well, do you know guac is extra? And you're like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I always generally get guac because they make good guac. It's actually quality. And I know you're wondering, well, why is guac extra there and it's not extra other places? Well, that's something from Chipotle. You got to ask them. But what I'm saying is that I'm committed to do extra. I'm committed to be extra. If anybody, knows me, that knows I like to go above and beyond what's required. Whether I'm DJing, whether I'm dancing, choreographing, emceeing, speaking on radio, I want to make sure that I go above and beyond the expectation that is set, right? I want to exceed the expectation, so I'm extra. I require more sometimes because I want to give a great product. I want to make sure people have a great experience, and sometimes it requires you to do extra. My love language, now I'm not sure about you, but my love language is, well first of all, is touch and words. Talk to me while you touch me. That's what I tell my wife, you know what I'm saying? But it's really effort. That's my love language, effort. People going above and beyond and just trying. Trying really won't cost you anything. It may cost you some energy, right? It may cost you a couple of dollars, but it really doesn't cost you anything. It really adds value to the person, adds value to the situation, adds value to the experience, and it really pays off in returns that you really can't even calculate. Being extra, going above and beyond. So many people, especially in our society, want to just be standard, want to be average, and I just cannot stand average. Now, we all start someplace. We all, we never arrive, right? We're all growing, that's for sure. But I just can't stand just staying at average, being content with mediocrity. Can't do it. It's just like a disease. I don't want it around me. I want people that want to be better, to want to grow. Even if you're at, a level 2, at least want to be at a level 3. Put some work in to be at a level 4. Even if you're level 5, you don't have to be a level 10 yet. But let's work towards being a good 6. You know what I mean? And then we keep growing and growing and growing. I just don't like mediocrity. I don't know about you, but it gets on my nerves because that means people are just quitting. They're just stopping. They're just satisfied. It's like, can't work. I love customer service. Do you? You go to some place. Matter of fact, I'll patron a place that has good customer service and mediocre food because they're putting in the effort. Now, the food can get better. Sure, but if you're actually giving some really good customer service, that means you care. That means you're trying. That means you're making the extra effort to go above and beyond to make sure the customer experience is good and maybe even great. I love certain hotels that specialize in customer service. So many products. You go into, Apple, you go into their Genius Bar, there's a certain expectation that you have, and generally they exceed your expectation. You go into the Ritz-Carlton, they have a certain expectation, a certain level that they operate by. No matter what, the Holiday Inn Express is doing, which is cool. No matter what the Ramada's doing, which is all right, the jury, that's cool. But they have an expectation of this is what we do, this is how we do it. We want to exceed your expectation. In your business, in your career, in your field, in your industry, how are you exceeding expectations? When I DJ, I just don't want people to have a normal experience because people say, oh, I want you to DJ my event. Okay, whether it's a corporate event or maybe it's a wedding or maybe it's a party, whatever. I want you to, okay, cool. I want to find out what is expected. That's the first thing you definitely want to do. Have a conversation, say, what is expected? What are you wanting? And sometimes people want certain things that they can't really express, but they want a feel, right? So you have to kind of ask a lot of questions to get down to what they really want. And then I put together a playlist. I put together the night, the agenda, and I do all my research and prep work before going into the event to know, okay, this is the expectation is set. How can I take it from here to here that's so memorable that they're going to tell everybody they know, and then the word of mouth will be my marketing plan, and people will want to book me because the expectation, the experience was so awesome. Now, sometimes you cannot control the results. Effort, yes, you can control that, but results may vary, okay? You can always control the results, but what you can't control is how much effort you put into it, how much prep work you put into it. How can you do different certain things to plus somebody's experience? I love Disney because they're always figuring, how can I plus somebody else's experience? How can I add value enough where you're like, man, I wasn't expecting that. They didn't have to do that, but they did it anyway. It took more time to do it, but it added so much value, made my experience even better. I think like that. At least I try to think like that because people matter, right? We value people because people are valuable. Let me say that again. We value people because people are valuable. I'm not sure what you do and how you do it on a daily basis, but if you have people in mind, no matter if they deserve it or not, if you figure out how can I add extra value, extra guac to the equation, that will make your business, your brand stick out above all the rest. People were like, you know what? This other person, they're good at what they do, but this one makes me feel a certain way. You know, you go to certain places and you just feel good. You're like, oh, this is, you know what I'm saying? Certain restaurants you go to, there's 3, 4, 5 people waiting on you. Or it could be like a hole in the wall restaurant, but they say, hey, baby, how you doing? What can I get you, sweetheart? You know what I'm saying? They make you feel like your family. I think everybody loves to feel good, no matter what you believe in, no matter what background of life you are. Everybody wants to be treated well and feel good. And we have the power to help produce that. Like, results may vary, but your effort, that's the main thing. Are you extra? Are you above and beyond, or are you just standard? Are you quo? I can't do it. People that know me know I'm not gonna do anything just basic. I'm gonna create it from scratch if I have to. I'm gonna put in the extra hours. I'm not gonna stop until the job is done. Like the late great Kobe Bryant said, job's not finished. You gotta get the job done. You're not going to sleep. You're not stopping until the job is done well. Now I'm gonna let you in on a little tip here. I thought I was recording and I was not, so I had to start over. Okay, so guess what? Job's not done. I gotta go above and beyond. I gotta go extra. And it's frustrating. It takes more time, it takes more effort and energy. And sometimes people won't even notice and appreciate the extra that you put in. Isn't that the worst? Woo, child. Let me tell you right now, when you do above and beyond and you spend more money, more time, so that this person can have an extra better experience and they don't even say thank you, oh my goodness. It lights your fire. It makes you want to flip over a table or something because people are not appreciative, but that's not why we do it. We don't do it for the thanks and for the applause. We do it because people matter. Again, we add value to people because people are valuable. And it is so frustrating when you're extra and people try to accuse you of being too much. Now, I mean, just a little rant real quick, okay? People will be jealous. They'll be envious. They will talk about you. They'll say, well, why we always got to do this? It's all about you. And why we got to, go above and beyond and spend this extra money or spend the extra time? Why can't we just do it the way we've always done it? Well, if you keep doing it the way you always done it, you're going to keep getting the results you've always gotten, right? I don't want the same results. I want better results. I want to grow. Now, this is not like never being satisfied. It's not that mentality. You should you should be content, but satisfied, I'm not sure about that one. All right, my phone keeps cutting off, so I'm gonna wrap this up. The storage is a little light right now. What I'm saying is be extra, do extra, go above and beyond. It matters. Even if people don't appreciate it, even if they don't say thank you, they don't give you a pat on the back, an attaboy, a raise, a promotion, do extra, be extra because it matters to you. And I think it matters to God as well. You know, we have the one goal wristbands and one goal shirts, and it says, what's your one goal? My one goal is for souls, for people, to reach people, to love people, to be kind to people. Now, do I get it right every time? Absolutely not. Do I want to sit in bed and sit on the couch and just veg out and not do anything ever at all? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just don't want to move. Sometimes I want to quit. Sometimes I want to give up, but I can't. There's people, there's lives in the balance. And does God want to use me? I believe so. Does God want to use you? I believe so. Will he use your extraness? When you always dressing crazy, you go to the party, you always the one dressed up, looking fly, looking flashy, looking extra. That's cool. Keep doing you. Don't let anybody else intimidate you and talk you out of doing what you're called to do because they don't want to do it, or they're too insecure to do it, or too intimidated to do it. You're called to do what you're called to do. Be extra. Guac is always extra. And you want to get the guac, you got to be extra. You feel me? You want to get the money, the cheese, the bread, the gorgonzola, the guac. It requires you to do extra. You got this. You're doing a whole lot better than what you think you are. It's One Goal Podcast with Neil Hobson. Neely Time. Make sure you hit us up, onegoalglobal.com. Follow me at Neely Time if you would, please, if you like what you see. Check out the other videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, all of that. And we'll see you next time. Neely Time. You know what it is.